Alright everybody, we are here. I think we're going to have a great time because tonight of course is the first ever SmackDown after the season premiere last week. And season premiere actually showed things up a little bit because now we have a new sheriff in town right here on SmackDown. Now we've got, of course, the one and only Nick Aldis here, who is serving as the general manager of SmackDown. So let's see, how things go, because tonight he is in charge for the first time. First week, the show is going to be under his control, so it's going to be interesting to see how things go. One thing is already known, that LA Knight is going to be taking on Roman Reigns. It's official. It is official already. The WWE social media channels have announced it already that LA Knight and Roman Reigns is happening. It's happening at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. It's good to see everybody. Welcome. Hope you all doing well. Miss Garg, Tony, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you. Good to see you too. And yeah, we are starting off right here with SmackDown. The one thing that I find very interesting, right, is that Crown Jewel happens and they give us all these dream matches for all the Crown Jewel events, including LA Knight versus Roman Reigns, which I feel, somebody was asking me this question, on Instagram, that do you think that LA Knight is going to be champion, that he's going to defeat Roman Reigns? I said no. I see this feud, being a feud that's going to make the fans happy. It's going to give the fans what they want, but LA Knight is not going to be the guy to beat Roman Reigns for the championship. I don't see that at all. Absolutely not. I don't. Gary, Ricky, my brother, great to see you. Gary, great to see you. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome. Ricky just turned the mic down. Is this better, Ricky? Do I sound better now? Hope so. Thank you. Thanks, Ricky. So we're just waiting. I don't have a very good feeling right now because every single time that the show starts with a very long video package, it's usually not a very good sign, because if they're starting off with such a long video package, it means that they're just wasting time tonight. And that's a very long video package that they're starting off the show with. We've already spent 4 minutes on this video package. It's a bit too long. And we got Ricky saying, I love the Spider-Man 2 stream, AJ, so good game. Yes, Ricky, it was a good game. It's a good game. After I resubscribe to Peacock, I fear that Roman will reach... He will, Tony, definitely. I don't see him losing the championship at all. Absolutely not. And here we are, after 4 minutes of time wasting, we are live on SmackDown. Let's see who's going to kick off the show. Good to see you. Welcome. Alright. Because we know tonight Logan Paul's gonna be here. He's gonna be confronting Rey Mysterio because he wants Rey's championship. So he's gonna be here for that tonight. Santos Escobar is gonna be taking on Montez for tonight, with Retribution in his mind. He's gonna be taking on Santos Escobar. Tonight also Charlotte is gonna take on Io Sky for the Women's Championship. It's interesting how the WWE calls it the Women's Championship when they actually renamed the title to the WWE Undisputed Women's Championship, but they just call it the Women's Championship. It's weird. Anyways, here we are, guys. That's right, Tony. Paul Heyman kicking off the show. Looking good. I like that suit a lot. That's right. and Paul Heyman seems pretty happy about that, right? The fact that Jimmy Uso was on SmackDown and on Raw, and he did what he did. Paul Heyman seems proud of Jimmy Uso finally.
Roman Reigns will defend the Undisputed title on November 4th at Crown Jewel, and his opponent is going to be LA Knight.
Yeah, that's right. What we were talking about earlier, that LA Knight is going to take on Roman Reigns. Again, I see this as a transitional match. I see this as a match that's going to make a lot of fans happy, but I absolutely did not see LA Knight defeating Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. I don't see it happening at all. And hey, good to see a true welcome. Have you turned on the notifications, AJ? You mean, I just saw your message on Instagram, True. I just responded. So if you were talking about Instagram, you know, with all these likes and everything that come on Instagram, like my tablet is bombarded with notifications. So sometimes it's easy for me to miss out on a message or something because like there's always notifications coming in on Instagram. But no, on YouTube I have not switched off anything, brother. Nothing. That's right. True says, who did not see that coming? You know what? I was so surprised when they made that match announcement tonight because I was like, wait, was this match not already official? I thought it was already in place, but apparently they had not announced it officially yet. Wow, the yeah chants. It ticks him off. It ticks Paul Heyman off, and the fans are loving it. They found that weak spot, that sweet spot of Paul Heyman. That's right. So I got a question for everybody here, right? Are you a fan of LA Knight or not? Let me know, guys. I know that LA Knight is super popular. I know that we like him, right, as an entertainer. But as a wrestler, do you get excited about an LA Knight match? Do you look forward to LA Knight matches, right? Let's keep aside the hype. Let's keep aside the yeah. Or do you like LA Knight as a wrestler or not? Let me know. And Ricky says, AJ, we missed you. I missed you too, Ricky. I missed you too, my brother. Much love. Wait a second. There we are. Out comes LA Knight, yeah. Hey, definitely over. Look at all these people on their feet here as soon as LA Knight's music hits. This guy is big enough to start his own cult at this point. That's for sure. Ricky says LA Knight is not winning over Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Absolutely not. This is going to be another transitional feud. But there's no way that this guy's defeating Roman Reigns. Absolutely not. And he snatches away the mic from Paul Heyman's hand. Yeah, L.I. Drake, yes, it's true. I like that. And Gary also with the yeah chants. I like that, okay. The command that this guy has with the microphone is so good. And that all actually works out in his favor, right? There we are. He's not going to spend any more time, waste any more time. He wants Roman Reigns out. Interesting.
You set one foot outside the ring out and so hard, I'm not that kind of guy. Get your ass back in here.
Wow. I just realized that L.I. Drake, LA Knight, is only a little bit taller than Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is 1.8 meters. You know, I was just Googling that right now. And we've got LA Knight who's 1.85 meters. That's crazy. Very close, but did not see that coming.
Do you think that was the right move?
Good to see you on L. Welcome. Tony, I like that. Okay, yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Warning shots, I don't do warning shots. You're gonna take a shot at me, you better put me down for good.
Wow.
I'll pull Michael Myers on you. I'll just keep coming back. I won't stop. I can't stop. And as a matter of fact, I will not stop until I own Roman Reigns in this ring and until I own the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship. Yeah.
It's funny how he still remembers that name because I do not. You know, it's crazy that they're still calling it the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. That's a crazy long name, I'll tell you that.
As fast as I've risen in the WWE is as fast as I will take that WWE title off him, just like this. Yeah.
He keeps saying that he's the fastest rising star in the company, right? I don't think so. I mean, we were talking about it the last week. We were here on Monday as well. True said, no, that's not it. I don't think so either. I believe even Sheamus, right? Look at Sheamus. He came in a month after his debut, if I'm not wrong. He got a title shot. He won the championship in a match against John Cena. So definitely there have been a lot of people who have had faster, much faster growth than LA Knight. But of course, he's super over now, so he can say what he wants.
Is he going to be here now, and you're going to be on the phone with him?
Yep, Del Rio as well.
Contract signing, and make sure that when you talk to him, you make
Del Rio was pretty, that was quite quick for him as well, absolutely.
Whose game this? And when he looks at you with the befuddled look, and he's just a little bit confused and lost for words, make sure you speak the undisputed truth that is L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Wow. LA Knight with some solid words. So guys, interesting opening to the show. We started off the show with a 5 minutes long video package, followed by Paul Heyman on the mic, followed by LA Knight on the mic. We are done with the first 45 minutes of the show. Crown Jewel, it's going to be LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not here tonight. It was just an exchange of words between Knight and Paul Heyman here tonight. The 15 minutes. First 15 minutes of the show are done. Let's see how the remaining 45 minutes of the first hour are going to be like. But the first 15 minutes are done for here. That's what WWE is selling people. That's right. Yeah, I was wrong, says Tony. Tony, what were you wrong about? Wait, what were you wrong about, Tony? Let me know. But here we are now. Look at that. Bobby Lashley with the boys. Of course, Montez Ford is going to be taking on Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar here looking to get retribution for the Hurt Business action from last week, where they attacked first Carlito for the LWO. So Santos Escobar here is angry and he's seeking retribution. Let's see how this will go down. Escobar versus Ford is up next. And if you were to look at the preview for the show, one second. So if you were to look at the preview for the show tonight, right? These are the only matches advertised. We got Charlotte versus Io Sky. This is for the SmackDown's championship. That's one. Then you've got Logan and Ray confronting each other, and then you've got this one right here, this match. So this is the only stuff that's listed on the official website as the preview, the match card for the night. So, let's see. But if I go to Bleacher Report, because I just googled very quickly, the fastest pushes in WWE history, and number 10 it says Kevin Owens, which I feel is a very valid, argument, because Kevin Owens kind of won his championship, the first Universal Championship, very quickly. Of course, Finn Balor was the one who won it. Then he got injured, and that's why the title was put on Kevin Owens. Right guy, and he actually did a good job with that title run. So Kevin Owens definitely up there. Goldberg, of course. Undertaker. That was not a mistake at all. AJ Styles got over pretty quickly as well. Let's not forget that. That's right. Alberto Del Rio, just like Anil said earlier, absolutely. This was a mistake. Jack Swagger was embarrassing. Jack Swagger became Mr. Money in the Bank. He became Mr. Money Bank at WrestleMania. He tried to cash in the very next night, Monday Night Raw, on John Cena in the opening segment. Of course, John Cena was able to get away, and it was cool. Then the following Friday, he actually cashed in, if I'm not wrong, on Chris Jericho and became the World Heavyweight Championship. So Jack Swagger really rushed into it. So that's that. Jinder Mahal was another guy who was pushed suddenly, quickly, but he never got over. The fans never supported Jinder Mahal fully. So that was that. Sheamus, let's not forget Sheamus, absolutely. Lesnar and the Big Show. Yeah. Don't see LA Knight's name up here just yet. And let's see LWO for Life, says Ricky. Speaking of LWO for Life, we know that Bad Bunny has got his own 2K23 edition. So the game is soon about to get an update. I mean, they're soon about to roll out 2K24, right? And right before that, as a way to make even more money, they are rolling out this edition right here. That's the Bad Bunny edition for 2K23. And if you are new to the game, if you have not purchased 2K23 previously, this game with Bad Bunny, I mean, the game already comes with Bad Bunny, don't get me wrong, but this game comes out with Bad Bunny wearing the clothes and the Adidas sneakers that he wore at Backlash. And for that reason, this game costs $140, which I feel is absolutely hideous, crazy, and just wrong. It's just wrong. It's a year-old game, and the fact that they're pushing it out with a brand new cover and a brand new outfit for a wrestler, and they're charging $140 for it, is wrong, and nobody should fall trap to such terrible marketing. 2K24, it's no secret. We know it's coming out in a few months now. It'll be out by January or around for WrestleMania. So it's coming out, and the fact that they're pushing this game again with Bad Bunny on the poster and $140 they're charging for it, it's crazy. Nobody should buy this game, I feel. Bad Bunny is going to be on SNL tomorrow night, says Ricky. That's sweet. So this guy is super over, right? In the entertainment industry, the mainstream media, Bad Bunny super over. But again, $140 for almost a year-old game, a game that soon will be replaced by 2K24. There's no reason for anybody to throw out $140 for this game. I'll tell you guys, we were playing Spider-Man, right? True, I hope that you've been enjoying Spider-Man as well, but we were playing Spider-Man the other day, right? That game, it's such a great game, legendary, the world's talking about it. The deluxe edition for that game cost me $67. The deluxe edition of 2K23, was actually above $100 right here over here. So it's crazy. And now they're releasing, a new edition of the game with like somebody else on the poster and a new attire for them in the game. $140. It's insulting. It's more than double than what Spider-Man, Insomniac has been charging for Spider-Man, which is such a great game. Crazy. If this keeps up, I probably will not purchase 2K24 because really, these games have not been up to the par, and they have not been meeting these standards really, and the marketing, the pricing has been just hideous. So I probably will skip 2K24 if this keeps up. I'm sick and tired of 2K. Alright, let's see. Haven't started playing it yet. I see, true, okay. I never got an opportunity to play it, yesterday either, so I get that. Hopefully we'll get to play it. And here we are now. Montez Ford getting ready. Santos Escobar is ready. Should be a sweet match, sweet opening bout. But for tonight on Rampage, we're also going to be seeing the debut of Mystico, and Tony Khan seems very excited about it. I was reading one of the Dirt Sheets article that said that Tony Khan is over the moon about Mystico's debut. He's very excited about it and sees great things in the future, between AEW and Mystico. So we'll see if he comes back. I'm pretty sure he will. Of course, Mystico gets rave reviews from the fans because of the history, because of Sin Cara and the botches. So fans have mixed feelings when it comes to Mystico, but that's that. Clay, it's good to see ya. Welcome. And here we are now. Montez Ford actually dominating the match, sending Escobar over to the ropes. Rebounds, following that up with a shoulder tackle. Escobar goes down, but Montez Ford in control as we speak. So yeah, that's that, guys. Montez Ford leading, dominating. Once again, hope everybody's doing well and having a great time, having a great week. Of course, it's already Friday night, Saturday, Sunday here. Hopefully everybody has something planned for the weekend. Either rest, relaxation, or a great time. Cool. Montez Ford still dominating the match, making the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, and of course his partner proud. They are proud ringside. Montez Ford easily dominating. Speaking of Montez Ford, we know that Bianca Belair is also coming back. She's been featured on the Crown Jewel poster after all, so she is going to be making her return very, very soon. Not sure who she's going to be fighting, but at least she's going to be back, hopefully on TV as well. So, yeah, Bianca Belair is on the poster for it. Let me put the poster very quickly. 1 second. There it is. So this right here is actually the official poster for Crown Jewel. And this is the first time ever, if I'm not wrong, that LA Knight has been actually featured on a pay-per-view poster. So that's pretty big for him. That's sweet. You've got Cody Rhodes, of course, right here at the top. You got Roman Reigns over here, the Tribal Chief, of course, always stays at the top. Rhea Ripley, of course. You got John Cena right here, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair has been away from television for quite a bit, but seems like she'll finally be back. That's right. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, November 4th. So there was also some speculation, right? People getting in my comments, they were saying like, oh, Crown Jewel is gonna get cancelled because of the situation, what's going on over there, and the WWE is gonna pull the event altogether. I'm not sure why people love stirring these false rumors every single time Crown Jewel is right around the corner. People love to spread this false narrative out that the event's gonna get cancelled, that this is gonna happen, blah blah blah. And of course, the event always happens. I'm pretty sure Crown Jewel will always also happen. People just love to spread these false rumors, apparently. And it says Mystical will just be in Rampage, I guess. Yeah, it's part of the CMLL deal, but Tony Khan seems pretty happy with the deal so far. He's actually thanked CMLL on multiple occasions. You can tell that he's happy that he entered the deal in the first place. I expect them to work together in the future as well, and we could be having more CMLL stars crossing over to AEW in the future. Speaking of that, I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it since you guys stay up to date with everything, but let me pull it up really quickly, right? Because this is crazy, this is nuts, and this is something that we gotta talk about. 1 second. So we are here on the Instagram page, right? So let's take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Crazy.
I'm not doing too good. My shoulder, I think, is fractured. 2 weeks ago, I kind of messed up my elbow pretty bad, and last week I had to go train to climb Mount Everest, so I haven't really given my shoulder any time to rest, but when I heard Nitro Circus was coming through Texas, I had to come, so thank you.
Lead amateur out of his element coming down Giganza.
Oh, I thought he was going to veer up to the right, he's going to go flip. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, if his shoulder sucked before, it sucks even more right now. Make some noise for pile driving himself. himself, Darby Allin. Jimmy, no self-preservation.
That was like a discount adjustment.
Yeah.
Who needs the chiropractor?
Yo, what up?
So, that's Darby Allin for you. He gets on there, and on Nitro Circus in Texas, he says, you know, my shoulder's injured. I think I broke my shoulder. Oh, I was away training to climb Mount Everest, but I'm here, and I'm going to be performing this big-ass stunt. And he fails at it, but he just laughs it off. That's Darby Allin for you. And Tony says, we'll continue to picture and pick. What? That's right. For me, I don't get picture-in-pictures here when it comes to the WWE, so we get like full-on commercials. But we're back here. We're back. Thank you, Ricky, my brother. That's right. Lots going on Instagram. If you are not following already, make sure to follow the Instagram because there's a lot that's going on over there. It's busy. Instagram is busy with all the latest and the greatest news right there. So make sure to follow. Darby is not true. He truly is nuts, right? He's like, oh, my shoulder's injured, but I'm here on Nitro Circus to perform this crazy stunt. So yeah, insane. Thank you, Ricky. And here we are now. It is finally Escobar who is trying to get the upper hand elbow strike here to Montez Ford, following that up with Irish whip. And Escobar here with the upper hand, drop kick to Montez. Montez goes down, once again running over to the ropes, rebounds. Montez down again, one more time, rebounds, shoulder tackle. Escobar is actually leading and dominating. Montez Ford now hit with a big super kick, and he has been kicked out of the ring. Escobar is loving it. Shooting star, yeah, that's right. I like that, okay. Wow, he shoots himself outside of the ring like an arrow shooting from a bow, really. There you are. Escobar here, leading, dominating. Indeed. And also, guys, this came to me as a surprise, but Nick Aldis apparently was offered to join AEW once. As we know, Nick Aldis actually, you know, he was once a part of All In 2018, where Cody Rhodes defeated him and became the NWA World's Champion. He took the title with himself. Of course, a year later, AEW happened, and then Tony and then Cody and everybody else joined AEW. Fans were expecting Nick Aldis also, since he was with All In. They also expected him to join AEW too, but of course he never joined AEW, and he stayed with the NWA, following with Impact, and then finally here in the WWE. Mickie James talked about it in a recent interview. She said that it's interesting because when she was in the WWE, he was offered to come and join AEW, but because she was in WWE and she was traveling every single week for shows, they could not have Nick Aldis join AEW because Nick Aldis had to stay home for their kid, for their son. And now that the son is growing up, you know, but still she says that their priority remains the son, and now the rule is that either one of the two people have to work a lighter schedule. And now that Mickie James is with Impact doesn't travel, usually stays the same place, shoots the same location, you know, only one show per week and whatnot. So of course Mickie James is on a very light schedule here comparatively, you know, to her earlier schedule. So now Nick Aldis can finally join a mainstream show such as the WWE, and they'll be okay with that. The end of the line is that one of them has to work a lighter schedule, and that's working out for them. It's all about the timing, I guess. Jake, good to see you. Welcome. You're right, Tony. You're right, absolutely. And here we are now. Oh my goodness. Escobar running over. That's interesting. Beating the 9 count, and here we are, Montez Ford rolling him over for the cover, and he does it. Escobar barely made it to the ring in time. Montez Ford takes advantage of it as he was slipping into the ring here, and Montez Ford just rolls him over for the cover, and he pins him successfully 1, 2, and 3. And now we are here with the Street Profits just assaulting Escobar. And coming out now is Carlito. Of course, Escobar here had retribution in his mind because he was here to avenge the assault from last week on Carlito. And now when these guys were in the center of the ring assaulting Escobar, Carlito comes out all fired up with a steel chair in hand, trying to kick some ass, but of course the Street Profits slip out and they leave the ring. Thank you, Ricky, my brother. Thank you. We got Jeffrey in here. Jeffrey, welcome. Hope you're doing well and hope you're enjoying the show so far. The Street Profits might be the ones escaping the ring like the Dirty Reds they are, but they actually got the victory, so good for them. Good for them. They won the match. That's right. And here we are with the Undisputed Women's Championship. We got Io Sky here defending her title against the one and only Charlotte Flair. Of course, Charlotte last week was confronted by the one and only Jade Cargill. So the question remains, is Charlotte gonna win tonight? Is Io Sky gonna defeat her? Or is Jade Cargill gonna show up? I mean, Jade Cargill has shown up every single day that WWE has been live. Let it be NXT, let it be Raw, let it be SmackDown. Jade Cargill has been making an appearance on every single show. So is she gonna make an appearance tonight or not? We shall find out. That's right, Tony says, my champion Io. That's right, Tony. I like that. I like that. Now, this is something that is not going to make a lot of people happy. It did not make me happy. But let's take a look. So, Nia Jax has revealed that she was watching the product. She was watching WWE just to keep up with what's going on, right? And she felt in the bottom of her heart, being the nice lady that she is, she felt that these ladies need my help, that I can help so many women on the roster. So she reached out to her NXT coach, who motivated her. She said that you are in a great shape. You are made for this. You are made to be a wrestler. Why don't you get in touch with Triple H again and try it again, right? And just see what he says. And Nia Jax followed the coach's advice. She reached out to Triple H, and as you can see right here, Andrew, my brother, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Andrew. Great to see you. So as you can see right here, Nia Jax said, I texted Hunter, hey, I was wondering if he had a spot for me to come back, right? Like 2 minutes later, he was like, yeah, let's talk. Let's chat soon. And it snowballed from there. So Hunter, obviously, the guy behind Nia Jax's return. That's that. Jade is being trotted around. Yeah, it's true, though. It's true. True is right here. The way that they have been presenting Jade Cargill every single day, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, and here we are again. Bad Bunny, just like I was saying earlier. Bad Bunny Edition launched. $140. What does it include? It includes a year-old game that's 2K23. It includes Bad Bunny with the Adidas shoes and the clothing that he wore at Backlash. That's that. You get a My Faction Evo card. I'm not sure if anybody here even knows what My Faction is or plays it or cares about it. Honestly, ever since 2K introduced this whole My Faction thing, I know it has something to do with cards, right? But I'm not here playing a card game. I'm here playing a console wrestling game, not a card game. So I never care about My Faction. I'm not even sure what it is, entirely. But it's something to do with cards, and it's not my cup of tea. And my Bad Buddy My Faction logo nameplate in background. All right, and then you've got the LWO. So this is funny to me, very funny to me, because they are introducing this as it's something, groundbreaking. It's not. With community creations around and the fact that you can import logos into the game, anybody can make a shirt that's the LWO Puerto Rico shirt. So this means nothing, really. Nothing. Last one I say, Jade was in WWE's new headquarters. Yes, she was, brother. The headquarters look great as well. Yeah. So this is funny, right? Matt Riddle is in high demand. Apparently, Dave Meltzer says that nothing can be announced before, his non-compete clause ends in December, because the WWE non-compete clause actually extends to MMA and boxing as well. So even though apparently he's in high demand and he's getting offers from boxing and MMA, he cannot announce anything. Yeah, it's coming from Dave Meltzer, so you don't even know if it's true or not. Right. But speaking of Dave Meltzer again, he actually sent out an early estimate for Wrestle Dream pay-per-view buys, where he said it did not do the late buys that All In and All Out did on TV. It is now tracking 4.7% lower than All Out for TV as of the same number of days after the show. It was originally up 25% of streaming. It feels like 108,000, 220,000, but it could be lower, is what Dave Meltzer says. Of course, these are the pay-per-view buys on television. And over here, you can see my good friends, and that's Nicole. That is Brittany, and Nigel Rabbit. They got married a couple days ago. Great couple, great people. Alright, we are here finally back for the commercial break. It's Rey Mysterio hugging out Carlito.
Wait, Ray. Do you want us to come with you? Because like you said, LWO is family.
Selena, thank you. But no thank you. I'm gonna handle this on my own. I'm rolling slow today. Okay? Guys, just love you guys. Oh, nice. Love you guys.
Alright, so, Batman Mysterio is gonna be out here and he's gonna be confronting Logan Paul. So we'll see how this goes. The Dark Knight Rey Mysterio is coming out. Alright. Jade showed up last Tuesday. It's her time, says Ricky. I see that. Okay, AJ Burrows in demand. That's right, apparently. Good for him. Good for him to stay in demand. And Michael Cole is, wow, interesting. Michael Cole's back. That's cool. Of course, Michael Cole was gone this past Monday, and we had Kevin Patrick on the show. It's terrible, but he's back here. Good for us.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't blame Rich. Pretty deadly had everybody in the entire arena fooled.
Wish.
Hey Jonathan, welcome. Hope you're doing well. You guys, Jonathan has been fighting cold. He's been actually not been feeling too well the past couple days. So Jonathan, I hope you're doing well now. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Much love to you, Jonathan. Yeah. I hope you're doing well, feeling better. Who is that? Oh, I knew it. Pretty deadly.
Week's win, a very clean and a very definitive win over the Brawling Brutes. Squeaky clean. Squeaky clean. Never see them again.
Paul, I mean, doesn't look too happy. Jimmy Uso's here, of course, patting himself in the back. But Paul Heyman does not look happy for some reason. What's happening here? Wait, John Cena has arrived in the building, and finally, the fans in the attendance are popping. Cena is here. That's right, John Cena is here, guys, and he's arriving here. So, seems like we are once again going to a commercial break, which brings me to a video that I posted on Instagram recently. That video is from Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast, where he actually asks Mark Henry what his official title is in AEW. So take a look at it, guys, because there's been a lot of criticism around this particular video, where people say that Mark Henry, he does not even know what his official title is. Let's take a look together and see, what do you feel about
What's your role? What's your title in AEW?
Look, I never chased titles.
Yeah.
You know me. I always been a conduit. I always been a guy that wanted the greater good to happen. I always wanted everybody to get to the top. I always wanted success for everybody. And if there was a time when I had a role, I helped run the community effort, the educational program that I ran. I don't do that now.
So basically, Mark Henry is saying that You know, he doesn't chase titles. What he really wants to do is help people out. That's what he does. So he's saying that he used to do some kind of educational program in Iran, which he doesn't do anymore. But he's doing whatever he can do backstage to help people out. He says right now he's more of a psychology coach in AEW is what the title that he would give to himself is that of a psychology coach, that he's helping out the wrestlers mentally before they head to a match. That he's here for them mentally, so that's what he says. Still, people find it a bit odd that he's under contract with AEW, doesn't know what his title exactly is, and comes out with a term called psychology coach when asked for the title outright. So let me know, what do you feel about this? Do you feel like it's justified that psychology coach, being a psychology coach is still a big deal, or do you feel that, yeah, this guy's just there for the money? Let me know. Andrew says, Jimmy is like the drunk uncle looking for the attention. Yes, and I'll tell you, I feel like Bloodline is just not the same that it used to be earlier when Jay was around and when Roman Reigns was there and when it was like a big family. Bloodline, you could feel that, wow, these guys are really there for each other, right? There's a lot of respect. Yeah, this is a solid team. But now when you look at them, it's just, there's a lot of cracks in the bloodline. You don't know who trusts who. It's just awful and a little bit cringy with the Jimmy Uso segment, especially. It gets cringy. It does. And here we are, SNL. We're taking a look at tomorrow's appearance of Bad Bunny. Yeah, WWE loves this guy. They love Bad Bunny, that's for certain. For the longest time, they have been trying to hit the Latin market, and with Bad Bunny, with Damian Priest, with the LWO, they have been doing just that. Mark, it's time for the main event, Henry. That's the title. It's time for the main event guy. That's the title. Cena's a cheap pop now, says true. Well, that's true, He'll show up and people will pop. That's for certain. And I find it good what Mark is doing, and people need support like this. Mark Henry does what Mark Henry does. Who cares about a job title? Yeah, he's a veteran backstage, and he provides support to people. Let it be, mental support, advice, anything. And, I believe that AEW, they know what they're spending their money on. They don't have somebody backstage. They're not paying somebody, to just sit backstage in the catering and do nothing. So definitely getting something out of Mark Henry. Let it be appearing on Rampage to announce the main event, or let it be providing emotional support. He's there for something, and Legends take, of course, is important in the industry. That's that. And Clay, once again, great to see you. Psychology is very important in wrestling. I agree, and not just in wrestling, everywhere. Psychology, and on top of that, how to handle yourself. Wrestling is a very interesting sport because look at LA Knight, right? LA Drake, LA Knight. He's been wrestling for years, for decades, and finally he's an overnight success, right? And that's why wrestling is interesting, because overnight you can find the success that you've never experienced in your life, and at that time, the success can get in your head, or you never know how you're gonna take that success, or you're gonna take that failure, for example. And in that case, somebody who's a psychology coach who's been in that shoes before, they can help. And in that case, of course, Mark Henry can help. So that's that. And here we are now with Cena. Let's see what he's going to be saying here. All fired up. What do you think, guys? What match is he going to wrestle at Crown Jewel? The fans with the Cena chant, okay? Alright. Yeah, you can tell, true. Maybe, perhaps. I like that, Tony. I like that. No, Alicia Taylor is great. She's great. You're right, Gary. Yep. Thank you, Cena chance. I'm surprised. This guy just got in the ring. Why are we getting a thank you, Cena chance already? That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
No idea what that means to me. Thank you.
All right, cool.
It's been a rough day.
A rough day?
Unfortunately, I got hit with some pretty harsh truths today.
What's happening?
We've been doing this a long time, right?
Wow, Cena looks a little bit emotional tonight.
So I feel that I should be honest with you, and I feel I should be honest with myself.
What's happening?
Last week I talked about Roman Reigns' streak. 1,138 days as champion. Today I found out I have a streak of my own.
The losing streak.
2,002 days.
He hasn't won a match in 2002 days, is that right?
Yeah, 2,002 days, that's a long time, right? It's been exactly 2,002 days
That he's held the title.
since I last won a televised singles match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. Yeah.
I want you
That's
to think about
that's
that
funny.
for a second.
That's funny.
2,002 days.
And Brooklyn Joker says John Cena's Seth Rollins, you know.
My last win was in 2000.
I got a feeling he's going after Gunther, guys.
So,
Or maybe not. Come on, Cena. If he goes after Gunther, there's a chance he becomes Grand Slam champion. And also, you know, the question that I asked him in India would also turn out to be true, that he is going after Gunther.
been talking a whole lot about retirement.
And now he's talking about retirement too? That's crazy. Cena pulling a Sting movement? I guess so, Tony. I guess he could be doing that.
I just
Yeah,
think
you're
it's
right.
time that we all face facts.
He's never held it, Gary. You're right about that. So if he does become Intercontinental Champion, he's going to be Grand Slam Champion.
It's been a long time since I had a win.
Yeah, John Cena's pulling a Sting tonight. That is exactly what he's doing. Sting did it on Dynamite, made it look cool. Cena's doing right here on SmackDown. That's crazy. This should be played side to side when we talk about AEW versus WWE, you know, in a historical sense. This should be played side to side. The same week, Sting came out.
Even me, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Wow. Cena getting everybody fired up again.
I believe in the beauty that is all this madness.
That's right, Jonathan. He's never run the IC title.
Believe that I
That's
can
right.
still go.
Now, he was tag team champion, Brooklyn Joker. He was. He's been in some weird tag teams. I remember when he was in a tag team with Batista. They were rivals. They won the tag team championship only for a couple days, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, he's been tag team champion before.
It is going to be a bad night for the next idiot brave enough to walk through.
Gunther, come out! I know Gunther's a Raw star, but it would be damn cool if he shows up here tonight.
They're going to get smoked.
Gunther, come out. Let's do it.
Cena is ready for a fight. He better be ready.
That's not Gunther.
He better be damn ready.
Oh, come on.
Because here comes the enforcer of the bloodline. The street champ.
I don't like this, guys. I don't like this.
Marching to the
Out of all the people, Solo Sikoa shows up in his little tank top. Okay. Alright. Nothing against Solo Sikoa, but I don't get excited about Solo Sikoa versus John Cena. I think we've seen him like 2-3 times already, right? Yeah. Okay. But Solo Sikoa is out here to take on John Cena. Alright. Was about to go for the Samoan spike on John Cena. John Cena, though, fired up here, landing a series of punches here on Solo Sikoa before sending him over to the corner. Jimmy Uso now coming after Solo Sikoa's aid, running over to Cena. That was awful. Jimmy Uso did not even touch John Cena. Did you see that? I would suggest you guys to rewind that moment. Go to that very moment when he was about to super kick Cena. Pause it. Jimmy Uso's foot did not touch Cena. And who's that masked man now? Who's that guy? Oh, that's Jay. Of course it's Jay. That's right. Of course, it's gotta be Jay. And let's see, that's right, Ricky, don't do heat. Ricky, the tribal chief does not like heats, right? I don't know if Solo can speak English. He may feel like he's entitled to a title match first and not seen. I know, right? Possibly. But yeah, he can speak English. He can very well speak English, but yeah, he doesn't speak a lot, doesn't talk a lot. You're right, Brooklyn Joker. Jay is here. And look at that J&J security over here trying to get Jey Uso away from his brother. J&J security, that's right. You're right, Ricky. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about what the tribal chief does not like. And here we are now with John Cena and the FU on Solo Sikoa. And that's right, Tony, AA or FU. I still like FU a lot better than AA. Jay versus Jimmy for Crown Jewel. I don't know. I've got a feeling that we're going to get Jay and John Cena versus Solo and Jimmy. I think so. I think we're going to get a tag team match instead. Sorry, Roman, says Ricky. Yep, that's right. Definitely feel like we're going to get a tag team match. I don't see Solo Sikoa on that level, to be honest with you. I don't just see him on that level to fight John Cena, let's say in a one-on-one match. I just don't see it. Yeah, he's been part of the bloodline, but honestly, Jimmy and Jay are much bigger stars than Solo Sikoa. A lot of times, WWE actually tries to push Solo Sikoa like he's bigger than Jimmy or Jay, but he's not, in my eyes. Absolutely not. Jey Uso and John Cena versus Jimmy and Solo, it only makes sense, Brooklyn Joker. It only makes sense. He came out here talking about a title shot, talking about retirement, only to enter a tag team match at Survivor Series, and he pulled out that promo just in response to Sting pulling his promo off on Dynamite. Tonight, John Cena did what he did, just like Tony pointed out earlier. I believe in response to Sting. That's it. That's it. The world was talking about Sting announcing his retirement. Here comes out Cena teasing his retirement. Very, very petty, can I just say that, on the part of WWE a little bit. A great, more thrown together tag teams. Exactly. What else do we need in this world? More thrown together tag teams. Indeed. And here we are talking about the mainstream media covering Logan and Rey Mysterio. So I think we get Jay and Cody and Cena and Solo and Roman and Jimmy Wagner at Survivor Series. Oh, you think that's gonna happen? That'd be interesting, Ricky. Apparently, Survivor Series has got to be, of course, War Games once again. So, inside the War Games to see all those people, it's got to be crazy. Speaking of War Games, let's talk about this real quick. Karrion Kross has put out a very cryptic tweet, right, where he said, "I held this title proudly, Sammy. You always brought out the most vicious side of me, which always took me to my next level." And who's coming out here in a car? Wait a second. That's gotta be... Is that Charlotte? Wait a second. Oh, Logan... Why did I not even... Logan Paul's here, folks, and he's reading a newspaper. Who in 2023 reads a newspaper when you've got a newspaper on your phone or a tablet? Okay, I heard you're a free agent now. Let me return the favor, open a door for you that you once opened for me. So, teasing possible, return of Sami Callihan back to the WWE. He posted out this tweet. Killer Kross, Karrion Kross apparently wants Sami Callihan back. Of course, Sami Callihan has not renewed his contract with Impact Wrestling, which makes him a free agent. Now, Sami Callihan, I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but he was a NXT star. He was in NXT where, he was not pushed. He did not see anything there for him. When they were, when he felt he was not being treated right, he decided to leave. And when he left, he looked, if I'm not wrong, he looked Shawn Michaels in the eye, and he told him that, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna prove you guys that you made the wrong call, that you are gonna regret this. So he went out there on a mission to prove them wrong, to make a name for himself outside of the company. And look at him now. I mean, if he comes back, pretty sure he's gonna be a big shining star. He's gonna fill the void that Dean Ambrose left behind. When he left, I believe Sami Callihan is gonna fill that spot. He's a crazy lunatic. He's hardcore maniac, and he's gonna fill that hardcore void in the WWE without a doubt. I feel so. Sami Callihan being in the company is gonna be crazy. But let me know, what do you think? Should he be back? Should he not? Let me know, guys. And Jonathan says, I'm not a fan of these War Games matches. Jonathan, I was talking about it earlier, that I grew up in the in the days that Survivor Series meant traditional tag team Survivor Series matches where you got eliminated one by one. I grew up on those matches. I became a fan of the company with those matches. And now that we have War Games, War Games takes it up a notch. But to be honest, the inner child in me wants to see those traditional eliminator matches. We have had some great moments in those matches, such as Dolph Ziggler being the last man standing, and Sting coming out to his aid, helping him get the victory over Authority and whatnot. I mean, we've seen some great matches, so I miss those elimination tag team Survivor Series matches too. Absolutely do. I'm with you, Jonathan. And speaking of Sting, who wants to see Sting his last match at AEW Revolution? I want to see Darby Allin. I think Darby Allin would make sense, but maybe not. Maybe somebody else. I think Sting should do like a retirement tour where he's wrestling a lot of people. Kind of what Rey Mysterio did before his Hall of Fame induction, but what was the sense of it? Rey Mysterio got inducted into the Hall of Fame, did his old tour where he was fighting his dream matches, only to wrestle once again the following week after Hall of Fame, and he's been wrestling since. So that's Rey Mysterio for you. I read papers. It's true. No, true. I was talking about reading papers at night in a car. And being Logan Paul, I'm pretty sure Logan Paul does not read papers. I'm not talking about us, of course. I like it better too to read newspapers, but I don't think Logan Paul will be the one reading newspapers. Let's see. Sami Callihan was never in WWE. Sami Callihan was in the WWE once, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, but if I'm not wrong, he was in WWE. He was in NXT. Yeah. Solomon Crow. Yeah. I knew I was not wrong. But he was in the WWE once. There you go. Actually, from 2010 to 2015, quite some time, he was in the WWE. He was not treated well. He left, and he told them that I'm gonna go out there. You're gonna regret this decision. So that was that. He was released from the contract. But when he was released, he told them that you are going to regret releasing me. You're gonna regret not treating me right. So that was that, and now he could be coming back. So that's Sami Callihan for you guys. Solomon Crow in the WWE. That's right. I miss First Blood matches, and I quit matches, says Jonathan. I know. Wait a second. Alba Fire, right?
Welcome back, folks. Well, 2 weeks from tomorrow, we'll be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel. But tonight, we are proud to be in San Antonio, Texas for Friday Night SmackDown. All the stars are here. Logan Paul here shortly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Eddie Edwards is incredible talent as well, indeed. Let's see, Tony says, the Evil Twins, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They cut nice promos, but honestly, I've seen more promos of them than I've seen matches, especially on the main roster. I cannot recall one match that I remember of the Twins on the main roster. I just can't. Yeah, I've seen more promos of them than anything else. It's true. I mean, yeah. And I think that you guys would agree with me here, right? We have seen more promos and matches from them on the main roster, so that's that. He was in NXT, that's right, true. On NXT, indeed, Ricky, thank you for that. When was the last time Roman had a fight on SmackDown? When Undertaker was champion, he'd be fighting week in and week out. That's true. Rhea Ripley recently actually touched 200 days as champion. And everybody in the comments, right when I made that post, was like, wait, how many matches has she wrestled again? Which is true, okay, you're making history, you're hitting these milestones, but how many matches, how many storylines have you actually been involved in? So, it's true, it's a good, valid argument. Yes, you've been champion for 200 days, but how many matches have you wrestled in those 200 days? Is the question. And Brooklyn Joker says, AJ, what about Tag Team Royal Rumble? Brooklyn Joker, my man. I think it's cool, but I think it's going to be so messy, right? Think about it. Just take a look. Think about it. It's going to be super messy because it's going to be super confusing. Who got eliminated? Which team did they belong to and whatnot? It's going to be super. I'm gonna trip out. I don't like multi-man matches altogether. Tag Team Royal Rumble makes me want to throw up. I don't know. It's going to be super messy. Anyways, we were talking about Impact, right? But it's a creative way to think about it. I mean, I applaud you for that. We were talking about Impact. Oh, wait a second. Nick Aldis here, guys. Finally.
You think you got the idea from his brother coming out on Monday and ruining my championship match?
Listen, it's not my responsibility what happens on Raw. It's my responsibility what happens on SmackDown.
being said, you just earned yourself a $10,000 fine.
Wow.
First, I'll tell you what I'll do. Gentlemen, please escort me from the building.
Don't touch me. Easy. You know how it's easy. Come here. Do you think it's necessary? I'm sorry. You know, you're right.
Please escort them both from the building.
Nick Aldis. There we go. That's the start of brand wars for you. There you go, guys. I think that was our cue for War Games because Adam Pearce just said, let the games begin, and I believe that was a hint, a big teaser at War Games coming up at Survivor Series. I like that. And coming out now is Logan Paul. Yeah, that's right. Let the game begin, guys. Let the games begin. Indeed, they don't have enough time to do, enough teams to do that. Indeed, you're right about that. So, to do a tag team Royal Rumble, you would need 60 people, right? Or at least 15 people. I mean, you would need 60 people, that's right. And that's going to be like 15 teams. Wait a second. If you want to do, 30 man, you do 15. If you want to do like a 60 man, you need 30. They definitely don't have enough teams for that stuff. You're right, but it will be fun. Maybe exactly. Many days as champion, about 3 matches in a year. That's the trend nowadays, right? That's the trend. Barely wrestle, hit milestones, make history. Speaking of that, guys, Impact Wrestling apparently reached out to CM Punk. They have made an offer, right? We don't know if CM Punk has responded yet. Of course, CM Punk paid a visit to Impact Wrestling when it was running in Chicago earlier this year. And also, interestingly, Impact Wrestling's pay-per-view takes place in Chicago tomorrow night. So there is a little buzz over there, a little buzz. Not many people expect CM Punk to show up, but it's out there, guys. It's out there. Yeah. You're right, Gary. Logan Paul is going to call out Rey Mysterio. Yep.
A pathetic excuse for a fighter, which is a real shame because I came to fight and I should have known. I should have known that if I wanted a real competition, I could have just had another WWE match. But I did get to beat up an online troll, a coward who hides behind the mask of the internet. Speaking of people who hide...
Nobody cares about your boxing career, Logan Paul. Move on.
I know what y'all are thinking. I get it, but I'm not here for Rey Mysterio. I'm really not. Let me jog your memory, guys. I already beat Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I beat Rey Mysterio in my first ever WWE Wrestling match. Been there, done that. In fact, the last time I beat Rey Mysterio, Dominic was still his son. The last time I wrestled Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns actually showed up to wrestle.
You're right, true. It's true. I mean, nobody wants to see this. I'd rather watch Nia Jax taking on Shayna Baszler than I want to see this match, very honestly. I don't see CM Punk being at Bound for Glory. Me neither, Ricky. Me neither. And Jordan says, imagine if CM Punk returned at Royal Rumble. Is CM Punk never... So, brother, about CM Punk and the WWE, they just released... they've just said that, okay, Royal Rumble... Survivor Series, which takes place in Chicago, it was sold out. They apparently issued a statement saying that it's now being put on the no comp list, which means that they're not going to be giving out complimentary tickets to talent or anybody else because the show is sold out. Now they have also expanded the area, and they've added 1,500 more seats. The seats are actually quite expensive too, with the ringside tickets going for as much as $3,000. So people just aren't going online that, hey, if you're charging so much money, if you're building so so much hype around this show and the tickets to the show, CM Punk better be there, because people are spending a lot of money to be there in Survivor Series expecting Punk, and if you're gonna charge us a premium, CM Punk better show up. So if CM Punk does not show up at Survivor Series, there's gonna be a lot of disappointment here in the fans. That's for sure. That's for certain. And Anil says Logan versus AJ. I know, Anil, right? Logan Paul needs to be banned from WWE. I agree with that. This guy is just a brat, a brat. AJ, have you seen? I have. Shotzi, it looks insane. I don't know if she's gonna get to be on TV, at least on the main roster, but she looks insane now. She looks like somebody from, I don't know, like a Dragon Ball or something, yeah? Crazy. Careful what you wish for, Paul. You're right, Tony. WWE does not want Punk. That's what the dirt sheets say. Oh dear, this guy is so cringy. Standing over there drinking his prime. Coming out here talking about his boxing match. Logan Paul is just cringe. Then CM Punk now returned to a WWE car park at one point. And security. I'm not sure about that. If that's true, that's insane. That's like insulting, right? It's insulting. Okay. Nice Louis Vuitton t-shirt, right?
Logan,
I like that. That's right. You're right, Jonathan. Totally right about that. 619 says Ricky. That's right, Ricky. Yep.
you actually remind me a lot of my son Dominic. Amazing natural ability. Passion. You're dripping with passion. Incredible career ahead of you. And a big mouth just like Dom. Oh, and I forgot. Igual de tontos los dos. I really think you need some humbling. And the last time I had to kick some sense into Dom, not gonna lie, I was a little reluctant. But you, Logan, tú, I'm not gonna hesitate to whoop your ass. You say you need this. You want this. ¿Tú quieres este título? You want this title? Sí. So badly. But you know what? I'll give you the opportunity. Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship and Crown Jewel.
I don't even know what to say, guys. We're finally getting this match, I guess. Logan versus Ray is happening at Crown Jewel. No surprise there. No surprise there. Let's see. Brooklyn says, did you see my comment about Josh Alexander? Let's take a look. I'm calling it right now. After Alexander and Shelly match, CM Punk will show up and attack. That's going to be insane. CM Punk, the world talking about him, AEW, WWE, where is he going to be headed? Is he going to return to AEW? Is he going to make his debut in the WWE? And he shows up at Impact Wrestling. That's going to be crazy. But it's definitely going to help the viewership for Impact. It's going to help them a lot. It's going to help them a lot, Tony now with the bro. I see you, Tony. Brooklyn says, where has Braun Strowman been? Believe he was injured, right? If I'm not wrong, I believe he was injured. And let's see, he has had... You're right. Yeah. Ray told Logan Paul, you're more dumb as Dominic. And here we are, shaking Ray's hand here. So MVP, MVP, is he not like released from his contract, or he's still in the contract here? He's still signed, but of course disappeared into the thin air. Omos appears here and there on TV. He does media for the WWE mostly. He's like a PR guy for the company, a giant. WWE is known for its giants. Whether they book them or not, they like to have giants in the contract so they can use them as a spectacle, as just for the optics. That yes, these are our stars. This is what WWE is all about. So I believe they have Omos under contract just because he's a giant, and WWE needs giants. Just to appeal to the casual fans, and that's why you'll see a lot of TV interviews and stuff. Omos actually does the interviews because they want him to be one of those guys that represents the company. So that's that. And yeah, MVP totally disappeared. MVP is relaxing. So MVP is like such a chill guy. He just enjoys his life, doesn't stress out. He does what's best for business, what's best for him. If they need him back, he'll come back. If they don't need him back, he's gonna chill. That's what he is all about. It's good. He's got his life sorted. Agent, did you see my comment about... I did, brother. I did, Brooklyn. I talked about it like a minute ago. CM Punk showing up, Impact. It's going to be insane. It's going to be the craziest moment of 2023 in pro wrestling, but I don't see it happening. But let's see. Let me know. Let me know if you guys see CM Punk in Impact Wrestling. It must be quite hard keeping everybody happy and planning matches. You know it. Honestly, I've tried planning matches in the 2K simulation, universe simulation. I can't. I give up. It's too much. It's too much. I suck at booking matches in universe mode. I can't. It's too much. All right. How do you feel about SmackDown tonight, guys? So far, how do you feel about it? So the dirt sheet says, Dave Meltzer says that 4 matches are in the works for WrestleMania 40. Man, he says the biggest one is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, a rematch from last year's Mania, which, alright. So Rhodes and Reigns, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso, and Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Okay, so this is what this guy Meltzer says is happening. He says that this is what is being teased and it's going to happen at WrestleMania. That's a Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, a Ripley versus Lynch, Jimmy and Jay and Flair versus Cargill. Let me know what you guys feel. Would you like to see these matches at WrestleMania? Do you think these are WrestleMania quality matches or a match card? Let me know. It's not like he hasn't worked an Impact TNA before. He has. He really has. Yep, definitely. And it's okay, kind of fast-paced. 6 so far for me, says Jonathan. Yeah, it's definitely, speaking of fast-paced, it's been an hour and 14 minutes to be exact. Not bad. Show is mid and I just got home, sister. I see that, Drew. That's nice. Yeah, I would say it's been an average show. Nothing crazy about it. John Cena came out, teased his retirement, and that ended up going nowhere, and it's been a mid-show. I'm also not home, says Jonathan. I was at a pumpkin farm today. I like that. I have only done the pumpkin carving for Halloween once, but I nailed it. When I did it, I nailed it. It was my first time doing it. The expectations were quite low, but I made a cat and I made a moon in my pumpkin. Did it pretty well, guys. I don't know if I have a picture of it, but wow. I did it once. I did it pretty damn cool. Let me know, Jonathan, what are you going to be carving in your pumpkin? And let's see. True says, I guess Cody is Rocky Balboa. That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too excited about Reigns versus Rhodes, but it seems like that's the match that fans want to see. And that's the match that the WWE wants to give to us. They finally want to give Cody Rhodes that title. So that's that. About The Rock, it doesn't seem like they believe The Rock's got to come back. Dave Meltzer, says that if The Rock wants to come back, they'll welcome him back, but they don't see it happening. So, with Rock, you just don't know. So they can't make plans around The Rock if they don't even know if he's gonna be there or not. So that's that, guys. Let's see. Andrew says, like Jade Charlotte matchup. Yep, the Jade Charlotte match is gonna happen for certain. WrestleMania makes sense too. So these are sweet matches on paper. Reigns, Rhodes, Ripley, Lynch, Jimmy J, Flair, Gargil. These seem like good matches, but are they like WrestleMania quality, WrestleMania standard matches is a question. So, not too sure about that. Nia Jax has made another comment. She says, yeah, of course, why not? I suck. Everybody hates me. Like, there's no need for me to be here anymore, is what Nia Jax has said. She says that she cannot deny that she gets a lot of hate online. She says in the beginning, she thought that it's going to be good. The character will keep going, and it's going to work out. But now she looks at it, and she's like, okay, I've done everything that I've done. I've done everything. And she says that maybe I need to improve, I need to do this, I need to impress them. The internet is really hating me is what she thought. But now she has come to that point where she knows that, okay, these people just hate me. And, there's nothing she can do about it. So that's that. Yeah, I don't like Nia Jax either, let's be honest. Could care less about Jimmy and Jay. I mean, we've already seen that match before, right? So, yeah. But it makes sense that we're gonna get it. That's gonna be the first ever brother versus brother match after WrestleMania 25. No, not 25. Or was it 25? It was 25. WrestleMania 25, we got to see Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy. If I'm not wrong, in a ladders match. So after that, for the first time ever, we're gonna get brother versus brother at WrestleMania with Jimmy and Jay. WrestleMania 25 was just incredible. Again, I'm going to say it again, guys. 2 nights of WrestleMania, not my cup of tea. WrestleMania should be a one-night only event, and it should have a halftime show. Really, having a halftime show at WrestleMania is going to draw so many more eyes to the product. It's insane that WWE has not thought about it or has not done it yet. They call it the extravaganza. They call it, the show, but they don't have a halftime in it. It's insane. I mean, they did try it a little bit with Pitbull, if I'm pretty sure you guys remember, right? Pitbull did a little performance at WrestleMania, if I'm not wrong, 34. They did try that, but they never followed that up with any of the performances. And of course, we haven't seen that. Let's see. Nia Jax sucks. Bet you don't complain about the money. If you don't like being online, then come off. The internet is vicious, and we all know that, says Jonathan. Indeed, brother. Did Bully Ray and Devon not face that all of the time? That's right. Oh, yeah. Kane versus Taker? Absolutely. But after 25, I believe this is the first time we're going to get it. So the first time in 15 years, we're going to get brother versus brother at Mania. Would be a nap time for me, is this true? Well, what do you feel about this, Matt? Wait a second. I got excited for nothing. I thought that was Dragunov. I'm like, wait a second, Dragunov here on SmackDown, but no, that's Dragon Lee. Still pretty cool. Dragon Lee, as we know, has been very quietly pushed to the main roster. He's now part of SmackDown, and he's finally here with Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, when he came in here, he got everybody excited. He's gonna take everybody to the moon, but then he just was not getting booked on TV. It's finally good to see him being used, but not sure how far is he gonna go on the main roster. Things have not been very well for him so far. That's right, Dragon Lee here, though. He looks good as well. Yeah, only a matter of time before he's gonna be crossing paths with Ray. That's for certain. Yeah. Jonathan says, nap time is the best time. True. That's indeed true. Blood Brothers, not kayfabe brothers. Indeed true. Indeed. Yep. Let's go. I'm looking at an exchange right now, right on Twitter. So basically, Conan, the AAA booker Conan, the wrestling legend Conan, he was getting harassed. He was getting trolled by a lot of people on Twitter for choosing to take a vaccine. So a lot of people were going after him for opting for a vaccine. So Conan was providing an explanation. He said, "Look, I'm a way more immunocompromised than you are. I need it." And so on and so forth. But people were not slowing down. They were going after Conan. So Jericho intervened in the defense of Conan, and he told the trolls, "You want to say something to my bro K-Dog? I'll give you my address, and we can discuss in person. I'm totally serious. DM me explicit, and following your BS right now." So Jericho got in there and, defended Conan. It's pretty cool to see that. Jericho's a real one, I guess. Great, another piss break match. You're right, True, and you know what's worse about that? We get a break in between a piss break match. A commercial in between that match. It's true. So once we're done with that match, I hope that we're going to go straight to the main event. That's going to be Charlotte versus Io. So the first hour of SmackDown was okay. The second hour, for me so far, has not been getting the job done. AJ, you hearing NW is going to go to CW Network? Yep, so this guy, Billy Corgan, did say that they were going to go to a top 20 network, and CW Network seems to be it, right? So, if I'm not wrong, I believe Meltzer again was the guy who broke the story first, and NW is going to go over to that CW Network. The plan is for Power to make its debut on the network first, following up with that other show that they have, that's NWA USA. That's going to follow up later. But it's still cool, the fact that they're on TV, it's nice. Automatically helps the product, elevates the standards, so we'll see. Again, it's not going to be as readily available now because it's got to be on TV. They're not going to put full matches on YouTube, so the availability internationally is going to be a problem. But, being on TV, of course, has its advantages. That's without a doubt. You're right, True, absolutely. There's no reason to get it behind, to go after people who choose to make a decision or not. It's their life. They decide what to do with it. Nobody has the right to go after them for a decision that they make on their health. It's their health, their life, so on. Alright, so we've got another story breaking out here. So apparently Brock Anderson, that's Arn Anderson's son, Brock Anderson, is done with AEW. That's a new story that's just breaking up here. It says that Tony Khan has let his contract expire on its own instead of releasing him, but Brock Anderson has left AEW. He was signed in March of 21, did not really do much in the company, but he's no longer with AEW, that's for certain, and AEW's roster page on their website also no longer has a mention of Brock Anderson. He's been removed from the roster. He's done with the company, guys. Brock Anderson is done with the company. We got Blood Ninja 664 here. Good to see you, Blood Ninja. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been enjoying SmackDown so far. He's not good, sister. Yeah, so you gotta applaud Tony Khan for actually not firing people outright. Yeah, just letting contracts expire. That's pretty generous of him. It's very generous of him, so you've got to applaud him for that, right? Does not really fire people except for CM Punk, so that's cool. That's cool. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. And here we are, the matches on the way. Dragon Lee doing a pretty good job. We got Cameron Grimes now running over ropes, rebounds. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Beautiful move from Cameron Grimes to Austin Theory. Austin Theory down. Cameron Grimes goes for the cover, but Austin with a kick out. The match still continues. Of course, we got Dragon Lee ringside. Pretty certain that Dragon Lee is going to be the one who will pin somebody for the victory. It's got to be Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is the attraction. Dragon Lee is the guy that they're trying to get over for certain. So I think he's going to be the one who will pick up the victory tonight. and Austin Theory now rolling over Cameron rolling over Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller comes in, takes out Cameron. Austin Theory now has Cameron up on his shoulders, takes him out for good. Is this gonna be it now? Is this it? Yeah, it's it, guys. That's crazy. So, wow, Austin and Grayson with the victory tonight over Cameron Grimes. Dragon Lee was thrown over the barricade, so he did not get pinned, but poor Cameron Grimes did. Guess he's not gonna go to the moon tonight. Yeah, that's for certain. Alright, guys, with that being said, we've got the final 30 minutes left. Let's see how this got to go down. Grimes was getting pinned, yeah. He got pinned.
To be talking to the general manager of SmackDown, Mr. Nick Aldis.
I'd like to introduce SmackDown's newest superstar right now. Nobody cares. And I will make him respect me. Stop talking shots for equipment. KO, the newest model of SmackDown, starter to Dominic Mysterio.
So, guys, when is Thanksgiving in the U.S.? I know the Canadian Thanksgiving is already over, but when is it in the U.S.? Thanksgiving 2023, November, next month. So that's 23rd of November. That's cool. That's nice. Let's see. Alright, another commercial break here, guys. The last 30 minutes of the show better be good. This last hour so far has been terrible. I have not liked it at all. But hopefully the last 30 minutes are going to be better. Io Sky is going to take on Charlotte Flair, but before that, quite certain that we're going to get some interviews, we're going to get some more time passing, entrances and whatnot. Yeah, for certain. Alright, let's see. You're right about that. Yeah, totally agree. And he's not here tonight. You know, KO was drafted over to SmackDown, but not here tonight. Not here tonight. November AJ, that's right. Thanks for that, True. November 23rd, I can see here. Great. You know, True, I looked up Etsy.com. You said, you know, Etsy is where I could find the WWE title belt. I looked it up. I'll show you the belts that I'm getting here. They're not good. I mean, they don't look good at all. I'll show you some of the ones that they're selling here on Etsy. Just not good. Second. So, like for example, this is one of the belts that they're selling, and if you look closer, you know, you can tell that it's not authentic, it's not genuine. You can tell by the plate. It just doesn't feel good quality. It doesn't feel accurate. And they're not cheap either. They're almost the same price as your WWE belts. So that's that. The reviews are great though. The reviews are great that I've seen. But yes, so far I still have not been able to make my mind if I should order something from Etsy or should I wait until next year. Does anybody remember when Survivor Series was on Thanksgiving night? Really? I had no idea. It used to take place on Thanksgiving night? That's insane, Gary, because, you know, Survivor Series is a big pay-per-view, but Thanksgiving, a lot of people actually go out, or they go to their families or friends, or they have people over, and they're having their nice big-ass Thanksgiving dinner. And it's hard for me to imagine how people put on wrestling in the middle of a Thanksgiving dinner with your family or friends, right? It's hard for me to imagine that. On top of that, you've got workers, wrestlers, who also probably want to enjoy Thanksgiving, but they've got to wrestle. So that's interesting. I had no idea that was a thing ever, but that's interesting. That was not a good idea. I don't think it was a good idea at all. Yeah, that looks horrible. As some decent AEW ones, you gotta keep looking. Yeah, true. That did not look good, you know, and they're charging the same price as WWEshop.com as well. So the problem is that, you know, the duty, the custom duty that they charge here is charged on every single thing. There's no minimum, so anything that's imported in here, they charge custom duty, and it's quite a lot. It's like the price of your item multiplied by whatever their rates are, so you got to be ending up paying double or triple the amount of the actual item in custom, which is insane. So that's why, you know, getting it imported from WWE Shop is just going to be a bad idea. So that's that. And now they're promoting the 2K23 Bad Bunny Edition. Anybody who buys that Bad Bunny Edition, you know, is, I don't know what to say about them. Really. Nobody should buy that Bad Bunny Edition. There should be not one sale, because $140, guys, on that game that's almost a year old is insane to pay right now. It should not be that much at all. $140 is, they should be ashamed of asking for that much money. Yeah. I have Costco pizza tonight. I like that, Ricky. You know, Costco pizza is good. Yeah. I remember going to Costco and like buying those. They have like this big pack of bagels. I believe 12 bagels in one pack. Man, I used to love those bagels. No, not bagels. I'm sorry, croissants, butter croissants. Man, Ricky, if you're still at Costco, go get yourself a big pack of butter croissants. And here we are now with a recorded interview between Kathy Kelly and Kevin Owens. Let's listen in.
Raw and you coming to SmackDown. How are you feeling being separated from your longtime comrades in Zayn?
I like the shirt he's wearing. I like that, Gary. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that. Today I learned that Thanksgiving, you know, that Survivor Series used to take place on Thanksgiving. I had no idea. Thanks, Gary. Yeah. Oh, I see, Ricky. Okay.
Everything together, we traveled the world together, owned our craft, trying to get here together. So to be separated that way, especially after we just lost the tag titles, I kind of feel like we didn't really get a fair shot at getting them back. That hurts.
It's not the first time that he's like wrestling solo. Can we stop pretending like he's wrestling solo for the first time ever? Okay.
Well, you're going to navigate this new landscape. There are going to be a lot of familiar faces, some who aren't the biggest Kevin Owens fans, and some who you haven't really crossed paths with yet.
Well, yeah, obviously I have a lot of history with the bloodline. You know, me wearing this shirt is completely coincidence.
I was going to mention that.
I'm sure they hope that we don't cross paths again, but we will. There's no way we won't. And yeah, there's a lot of new faces. You know, even not necessarily new faces, but I've never had a singles match with Mysterio, which is something I have to do before my career is done. I've never had a singles match with Sheamus. Never really been in the ring with Braun Roots or the LWO, so I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of new faces I can punch. But yeah, let me ask you.
A lot of new faces that he could punch. That's funny.
Back there that you'd love to punch. I can punch people for you. You got anybody?
As a journalist, I have to be unbiased.
Oh, okay, look, I respect your professional integrity, but come on, you're telling me there's no, like, you don't look at Austin Theory and Grayson Waller back there and think, man, I really wish I could punch him in the face.
People do say they have punchable faces.
Perfect, good. See, so those guys on this, but look, the point is, Raw, SmackDown, no matter where I am, all I try to do is make sure people go, knowing that this is the Kevin Owens show. That's what I'm. Thank you.
Kathy Kelly looking good. And David says, how many pizzas you want from Costco, AJ? David, nice of you. That's very nice of you. I'll come down there. We're going to go to Costco and we're going to get ourselves some pizza, right? We'll do that. David, good to see you. Welcome. Kyo going, I know. Full on Eddie Kingston, seems like it. And here we are out next week. Next week, Roman Reigns is going to be here because SmackDown is going to FS1, and they don't want people to miss out on that. They don't want the ratings to drop, really badly. And that's why Roman Reigns is going to be here next week, and he's going to be signing the contract for the match. Next week, the show takes place on FS1. SmackDown will be, that's right, Tony. Yep, that's why they have Roman Reigns there. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here. Thanks, David. Thank you for that. And here we are now with Charlotte making her way out. We're going to go to a commercial real quick, guys, because, it's time for the main event, which means it's time for a commercial break. 24 minutes left. This match is going to be like a 12 to 14 minutes affair. Full of commercials, I'm pretty sure. But Charlotte making her slow walk to the ring. She's got a big smile on her face, though, which is cool. But a commercial has got to be coming up. That's right. Alicia Taylor is indeed here tonight, and she's looking good, doing a good job doing the announcing. Yeah, Ricky, you're right, FS1 next week for SmackDown, that's right. And wow, I'm surprised, guys. We got a full Charlotte entrance, and now we're getting an Io Sky entrance and no commercials. What is happening? I am surprised. Dakota Kai here, Bayley here, of course, supporting Io Sky as she comes out to defend her championship against Charlotte Flair. No commercials yet, has me very surprised, I've got to be honest. Did not see that coming at all. Did not. I wouldn't mind that either. True. I think Jade Cargill, she comes out at the end of the main event. Yeah, we have not seen Jade tonight, so it's possible. It's possible. Commercial when Io gets in the ring says, sure, you're right. Let's see. Okay, so she's hosting up the title. Still no commercials. That's crazy. What's happening? What world are we living in tonight? Still no commercials. Are you kidding me? Not bad. Oh, come on. Oh, that's insane. Again, Rampage is not listed on the TV listings over here. Once again, no Rampage live. I was just looking up on Discovery, but still no Rampage streaming over here live. I'm not sure what the problem is. Okay, if you cannot stream it on TV, I get it. It's assigned to another slot. But the fact that they are now streaming these shows, on their Discovery Plus platform, and they're still not streaming Rampage live, is absolutely insane to me. It's almost unacceptable. I'm not sure what the problem is here, really. They stream Collision. Sometimes they don't even stream Collision. That's another thing. But they stream Dynamite. Barely stream Rampage. Collision, it's not even certain if they're going to stream it or not. I really don't know what the problem is with these Discovery guys and Rampage and AEW. They got to sort this out. They really have to. And there you go, Tony with the NXT chance. Still no commercials, guys. That's interesting, right? Oh, that's right. That's the commercial for you. One first shot to Io Sky. She rolls down to safety. And we get a commercial following that stare down. That's that. AJ, will you be doing a watch-along for Bound for Glory tomorrow night? Yes, Gary, absolutely. Gotta be doing a Bound for Glory watch-along tomorrow, without a doubt. Tomorrow night, AEW got to go 3 hours. Go to head-to-head with Bound for Glory. Indeed, brother. It's got to be good. Bound for Glory seems like it's going to be a great show tomorrow night. And also, they have been teasing a surprise. We don't know what that's going to be, but should be good anyways. Tony Khan wants to go to war with Impact Wrestling. I don't know. You know, when they started off, when AEW started off, they actually did a lot of work with Impact Wrestling. So I'm not sure what terms they're on, but I don't think they're bad terms. I think they're okay. Yeah, that's right. Send an angry email. I probably should, true. It's not acceptable at all, the fact that they don't stream the show live, but they advertise it, right? When you watch the as advertisements on TV or the streaming platform, they advertise that it streams live, but they don't actually stream it live. Probably should send out an email. Yeah, you're right about that. Collision and Battle of the Belts. Yeah, tomorrow night is going to be a long night for wrestling. We got Collision, we got Battle of the Belts, we got Bound for Glory. It's going to be a busy night tomorrow night, which is a good thing. Bound for Glory, always a great pay-per-view. Of course, we've got the big matches happening. First, you know, the most important one, of course, for me is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, which is going to be happening tomorrow night. The winner, of course, as we know, receives a trophy and a contract that they can invoke anytime within 1 year for a title match of their choosing. If I'm not wrong, last year Moose won that Call Your Shot Gauntlet and he invoked it on Josh Alexander. So we'll see who's going to win it this time around and who, you know, if they're going to invoke it the same night or maybe they're going to invoke it later. But, you know, we've seen some crazy stuff happening early, especially with Moose, right? So Call Your Shot Gauntlet, that is going to be one match that I'm looking forward to quite eagerly. We've got Will Ospreay taking on Mike Bailey, which is going to be another incredible singles match. Then Kenta is going to be in action. You know, of course, former WWE star Kenta is going to be taking on Chris Sabin for the X Division title. Of course, you've got some tag team championships, you know, going on over there. You've also got the PCO, Rhino, Steve Macklin and Moose in a Monsters Balls match. That's going to be another one. Trinity is going to take on Mickey James and Alex Shelley is going to take out Josh Alexander. So that's that. Let's see. And good to see you. Welcome. How's the show going today? Not too bad. It's alright. It's okay. Once again, great to see you. AEW Impact probably still have a working relationship. Yeah, I think so. You know, Tony Khan never said anything against Impact, nothing negative about them. Impact never went out there said anything negative about AEW. The only promotion that Tony Khan has kind of said anything negative about is NWA, right? That's the only promotion that Tony Khan has had a problem with in the past. You know, he said it out in the open that he was not happy with the way they promoted the fact that AEW actually gave a lot of their top talent for one of the NWA shows. He said that he wishes that they could have promoted that better, that they should have promoted it better. They did not pitch it enough. They did not inform the fans enough that AEW actually had, you know, given a lot of the talent to the NWA show for their, you know, programming. So he was not happy with that, and following that there was a burned bridge between AEW and NWA, which still has not been fixed. Yeah, that's right, true. Maybe Moss cashing again tomorrow night. Moose, you think Moose? Well, Moose is not going to be the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, I don't think so, because he already has the Monsters Ball match of himself that he's got to take care of. Yes, Fallout now also on Sunday. You're right, true. And here we are now, diving to the outside, taking on Charlotte Flair. Is the Fallout also live, or is it taped and going to be streaming later? I think it's going to stream later, right? Or is it live? Let me know, true. Io wins with a finger bang point like Kenny Omega. That would be nice. And here we are, 16 minutes left before the show is going to be over. Io on the apron, which means we're going to go to at least one more commercial before the night's over here on SmackDown. Io going for the cover on Charlotte. Charlotte kicks out. Interesting. An Io right here with the lock on Charlotte. Charlotte trying to get away, getting up to her feet here. Moose has a world title briefcase, AJ. You've missed quite a few Impact shows. A world title briefcase. What is that about? That's interesting. Let's see. A world title briefcase, yeah? I see, okay. So at Impact 1000, he revealed, after Impact 1000, he revealed that the briefcase contains a World Championship contract. I like that. I feel like Moose was one of the greatest Impact Wrestling champions of recent history, and much power to Josh Alexander, but to be honest with you, after Josh Alexander won the championship, I kind of lost interest. Josh is cool. He's great in the ring. He's talented. People want to book him on their shows for a reason. He's good. It's good to watch his matches too, but I don't see a lot of personality. I don't see a lot of ruthless aggression in Alexander, I guess. So I loved the time that Moose was the champion. It was a great time. But yeah, of course, that's not the case anymore. Sorry, AJ, I tried said Moose, my bad. No, it's okay, Ricky. Don't be sorry. That's alright. And Feast, yeah, that's right. Feaster fired. Thank you for that. True? I had no idea. It's very cool to know. You know, it's very interesting because I'm on Wikipedia right now because I wanted to know about the briefcase, right? So as you can see here, it says that he revealed that the briefcase contained a world title contract. And I was reading this, and my eyes landed on this sentence, which is very interesting. Apparently, his wife divorced him. This is so funny. After he announced his intention to leave the NFL and become a pro wrestler. Like, what? What did she have against professional wrestling? So, oh, you're leaving the NFL to become a pro wrestler? I am leaving you. That's so crazy. How? Like, how do you do that? Wait a second, okay. Oh, there were a lot of problems going on, it seems. Wow. His wife tried to stab him with the pen. That's crazy. That's insane. Well, good thing that he got out of that toxic relationship, you know? And maybe money. She was a gold digger, says True. Definitely looks like it, right? Definitely looks like it. Yeah, insane. Insane, yeah. Let's see. Tony says, former WWE Women's World Tag Team Champion Kairi Sane is trending on Twitter. You know, a lot of people have been wanting to see that Kairi Sane match, so, versus Io Sky. And it could be a matter of time. We will probably see Kairi Sane back in the WWE on TV very, very soon. So, let's see. It's been a while. You know, this was back in August when she basically, you know, kind of confirmed that she's once again with the WWE, that she's going to be returning. So August, September, October. We're already in October now. It's been a good 2-3 months and she's still not here. So I think perhaps Royal Rumble. I don't expect her before that. But Rumble, I see her returning. Absolutely. And then maybe Io versus Kairi at WrestleMania. Who knows? You know, let's see. I was reading yesterday, guys, that Edge has been on at least 42 WWE video games, which is insane to me. 42 video games. That's the legacy of the Rated R Superstar Edge. Insane. And here we are now, finally back for the commercial. You've got this big-ass AR World Championship hanging in the air above the ring. Alright. And Io and Charlotte fighting up. Io's on the top turnbuckle, looking to powerbomb Charlotte Flair from the top. Charlotte gets Io. Wait a second. Io with a powerbomb to Charlotte. Beautifully done, very flexible. Going for the cover on Charlotte. Charlotte kicks out at a 2. right there. Did you see the grizzled young vets promo about? Yes, I did, brother. I did. Also, speaking of grizzled young veterans, one of them, can't recall his name now. 1 second. He actually became a father recently. Yeah, what's yeah, so I believe it was Declan. I think Declan is the guy who became a father recently. So it's pretty cool. Good for him. Good for him. Already winning after leaving the WWE, it seems. She was a gold digger. You're right. True about that. LA Knight is trending on X. Yeah, no doubt about that. No surprise there, David. You know, LA Knight, super over. There's a reason why he's getting that match against Roman Reigns. But again, I don't expect for him to win at all. I don't expect for him to end Roman Reigns' streak at all. Absolutely not. And here we are now. Io Sky once again. Charlotte Flair overpowering her as she gets up on her knee. Io Sky gets away, pushes Charlotte away, running over to the ropes, rebounds, and was trying to roll Charlotte up for the cover, but Charlotte Flair here overpowering Io, sending her back first into the mat. This is her opportunity to catch a breath. And I see Tony over here cheering on Io Sky. I like that. Roman Reigns will crush LA Knight, says David. Yeah, I totally believe so, 100%. And to be honest, Crown Jewel is a land of disappointment. I mean, let's see, Crown Jewel pay-per-views, usually disappoint the fans a lot. You talk about the return of Shawn Michaels and that awful match that we saw, or you talk about Goldberg pinning The Fiend or anything, right? We have had a lot of disappointments at Crown Jewel pay-per-views. And again, Roman Reigns defeating LA Knight is going to be another disappointment for the fans, but it's definitely going to happen. Carmelo Hayes clearly took out Trick Williams. It was so obvious. Yeah, we all knew that rivalry was going to come, and the fact that it's happening so quickly is great. Hopefully, these guys make it to the main rosters quickly. I'm a little bit disappointed too, because I wanted to see the two working together as they make their way to the main roster, but it seems like they're going to be individual acts, and perhaps Carmelo is going to get pushed first and Trick's going to stay on NXT. I think so. That's what it looks like right now, but we shall find out. I think same thing true, says Ricky. I see it. Okay. Oh, Ricky with the question, are you watching NXT Halloween Havoc this 2-night event Tuesday? Alright, if you guys want to do that, watch along, definitely we could do that, Ricky. And here we are now, Charlotte going for the cover on Io. Io kicks out again. The match continues. Charlotte's got the walls of Jericho locked in, but here we are, Io Sky rolling her over, going for the cover. Charlotte Flair kicks out. The match continues. This is the final 5 minutes now of the match. Charlotte going over to Io Sky, hitting her in the head with the elbow strike. Io has finally been slowed down. This could be Charlotte's moment. Targeting her leg, Io gets away, good for her. As Charlotte was looking to stun the leg of Io Sky, she slips out and sends Charlotte face first into the second turnbuckle. Oh dear. True, that would be a terrible send-off. That would be horrible. And here we are, moonsault from Io. Charlotte gets her legs up in time, straight to the ribs, and Io hitting Io with the spear, going for the cover. And here we are, Bayley grabs the leg of Io, places her foot on the rope, causing a rope break. The referee saw it. Charlotte is disappointed. The referee saw what just happened. Big Booty Bayley saves the match. Yeah, she saves the match with Io's boot, 100%. And Charlotte now taking out Bayley. She's had enough. She's taking out her frustration on Bayley. Elbow strike to Bayley. A chop across the chest. Charlotte is furious. And tossing her over to this nerd of a man, Kevin Patrick. Lucky Kevin. Anyways, last Tuesday, Asian Trick got attacked backstage. One was Trick. Let's see. You think it was Carmelo. Thanks for the recap, Ricky. And here we are, Charlotte once again. Oh dear. She goes for the spear on Io, but Io was basically guarding herself with the title. So Charlotte goes headfirst into the title. And because of that, Io covers her and gets the victory. 1, 2, and 3. Charlotte gets pinned, yeah. Not a clean win, but a win either ways, right? Charlotte went for the spear. Io was holding the title. This is the first time we've seen an offense like this, right? Or should I say a defense like this? Io was holding the title. Charlotte Flair went headfirst into the title, and that's how she got pinned. That's right. Very interesting way to end the match for certain. No Jade Cargill tonight, guys. This is the first show ever since Jade Cargill's arrival that we have not seen her actually being featured on a show. We have not seen Jade Cargill tonight, which is good. No need to see her every single week, right? If she's not going to wrestle, you don't have to have her... Because, you know, it'll become a meme. It'll become like, you know, the next Vera's coming kind of a meme if Jade Cargill keeps showing up but doesn't wrestle. So... instead, just keep her at the PC, do what you have to do, and then have her, you know, come on, I guess. And here we are now with Io and Bayley. Wait a second. Finally, the return of Bill Air. Bianca is here. We all were thinking, how is she going to return? What match is she going to wrestle at Crown Jewel? And I guess this could be it right here, guys. Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky and Bayley at Crown Jewel. Man, that's a lot of tag team action at Crown Jewel, right? First, we've got, of course, the tag team title match. Then, oh dear, wait a second. Io going after Bayley. Bayley also taking out Io, definitely. We're getting a tag team match. It's got to be Charlotte and Bayley versus Io. I'm sorry, Charlotte and Bianca versus Bayley and Io at Crown Jewel. It's happening. True says, nice main event. Yeah, Bianca returns. Indeed, Tony. She's here, and she takes out Bayley, and she takes out Io single-handedly. She looks great as well. Looks fantastic. Yeah, we're getting a tag team match, guys, at Crown Jewel. A women's tag team action. It's happening. Wait, no, it won't happen, actually, because Charlotte's not going to Saudi Arabia. I forgot about that. Charlotte's not going there, so Bianca will have to fight herself, either Bayley or Io, but she'll have to do it herself. Charlotte's not going to Crown Jewel. Yeah. Once again, guys, thank you so much for the love. Thanks for being here. Rampage is in live, so we'll not be able to watch it, but, you know, we'll talk about it the next time we meet. Tomorrow night, we're going to be meeting for Bound for Glory, of course, and of course, Collision. So thank you once again. I hope everybody has a good night. Sleep well. Take care. True, I agree. She looks great. Love the outfit. Love the energy. Good as always. That's right. Thank you once again. 6 out of 10 from Ricky. I like that. I would give it a 5, I guess. 5.5. Not too bad. Thank you, Ricky. Tony says Charlotte and Io will have a huge have a house show in my hometown. Same date as Crown Jewel. You're right. Yeah. So Charlotte and Io both, I forgot about that for a second, but they are booked the same day as Crown Jewel and also the next day, so they're going to be here. Also, Gunther is not going to Crown Jewel either because he's also is booked for the same house show. Actually, quite a few big names actually booked for the show. The New Day also booked for the same house show. Yeah, lots of big names are booked for it, so they're not going there. They're not going. Becky Lynch also is not going to Crown Jewel. It's true. Thank you once again, guys. 9 out of 10 for SmackDown. Tony's happy. I like that. Thank you, True. Thank you, everybody. True plays in Spider-Man this weekend, so we'll talk about it Monday. Thank you once again, guys. Take care. Sleep well. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for Bound for Glory. And yeah, thank you. Much love. Bye-bye and good night. Thanks, guys.